First of all, flip it on its back. You're going to want to take off this lining that goes all around the side. The new ones, it has like 4 little pads. If any of you guys want to actually see me open up a new Naga, I will. Just let me know, and I will post a video. But I have a feeling they're pretty much close to the same, that aside from it only having like 4 of these little tiny pad things, where this has a lining that goes all the way around the side. You're going to want to remove this and be pretty careful about it. It's really sticky, but you don't want to warp it anyway, because you want to make sure you get this back on pretty flawlessly. So mine is already pretty loose. I was using some tweezers. I've used a razor. You can use your fingernail if you so desire to start it, but I haven't put mine back on yet since when I took it apart, so mine's going to come off really easily. I would start from 2 different sides and just slowly ease it off. Again, mine's going to come off easier than yours will. And if you do have problems, I'm guessing you can super glue it back on if it won't stick. Something along that lines. You'll have this right here, malleable, really malleable. Just don't ruin it. We'll set that off to the side as we won't need it. Then you have this right here. There's going to be a screw here, 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 and here. We should get all those off. I have thin screwdriver, Phillips head, whatever works for you. It's going to have to be pretty small though. Alright, so now that we have all 4 screws out, I like to place them in a Ziploc bag, just for obvious reasons. They don't fall out. You want to flip the mouse back over once you have all 4 screws out. This thing, the top shell, just pops back in, or it pops right out, sorry. And this will come off. Take a look at this. We have the top, buttons. Comes on this, pretty much all the connectors that just keep this in place when the screws are not in, and see the 2 screw holes. And also the weight of the mouse is right here. I don't know if they have any weight mods for people who wanted heavier mice, but I guarantee if the weight's screwed on right here, you'll probably remove this and put a weight on it, a heavier weight or lighter weight if you wanted your Naga to be a different weight than stock. So we can put this aside right now. Not really using it for anything. Next we have the inside of the controller, or mouse rather. We'll get a good look in it here in a minute once we get stuff out of it. First thing you're going to want to do is remove the cord. We have where it comes out of, it kind of is a placeholder. It usually just sits there, you can kind of just move it out. And some of the cord is just strung through the middle of it, so it's only connected. Just move that out of the way, and we have a 4-pin connector, 5-pin connector, connecting it in place right here. I don't know if you can, how well you guys can see that, but it's right here. I like to take a pair of pliers, just grab it real fast, pop it in. Comes out pretty easily if I didn't have this in my way. Also, I guess, there we go, came out. So here we go, we have our wire. Keep that out of the way. And the end of it looks just like this. Standard, just 5-pin. It's what connects the USB to the mouse. So put the cabling aside and that'll be done with. Also, what you could have done, which I totally forgot about, before you take that out, this the grip right here that you can usually take out on the newer models, that's now not secured. So you can just pop that off. Might be a little connected up front and it just pops right out. Once those screws are gone, that thing is free. So then you have this right here. Set that by the case. Now, we're sitting with something looks a little bit like this. So far we have the mouse wheel right here, scroll wheel. There is the side panel, which is still connected. We'll remove that in a second. And then that should be pretty much it. You got the chip right here that we're going to remove as well. It's held down by 3 screws. And also we'll go over the components of each of these things, where all the LEDs are as well. Well, I'll show you right here. We have a little tiny chip right here, which is what the LED is for in your for this scroll wheel. You know, your wheel has the little transparent linings right on each side, and this little chip has 2 LEDs soldered to it, and I think a few other tiny little things. I'm not sure exactly what they do because I'm not a big, not really big on the whole electronics and soldering thing yet. But if this thing is held down by one little black screw, and you'll see it's holding down the board, the little chip in there, and you'll unscrew that. Mine's already unscrewed because it just is. You'll pull this out. See the little chip right here, and you can. It's connected to 2 wires that are soldered to the board. It's a little black and white wire, and on here you can. I'll hold it up for you. You got a little wire, little chip. It just slides kind of inside the wheel, right under the wheel, in there, so it gives some light to the scroll wheel. So we have this here now, scroll wheel, and our sidebar. The thing we're going to want to do with this is this whole thing, the side panel, along with this area right here, sorry, is